And then Sanji pops on in and says, "Oh, no, no, no." And we... Oh, no! Oh, shit! Oh, I ruined it. Man, why can't I? Wow. Well, I don't know. They're supposed to be moving around. It's fine.
It's fine.
You get it. You get it. Yeah, so you got Sanji boy here versus Kurobee is his name. And he does Fishman karate.
This guy annoyed me so much because he threw Fishman karate in front of every kick and punch he did.
I do Fishman karate.
We get it.
100 bricks, 1,000 bricks, 1,000,000 brick fist. Things like that. He did.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it very abundantly clear that he doesn't do normal karate. He does Fishman karate. Which I guess is different entirely. I don't think it is. I think the difference is probably that they're strong.
I guess.
I think they do shit with water too. I mean, you could see him here.
Yeah,
He's got like
they do it underwater. Because a very important beat before these battles happen is Luffy slams his feet into the ground.
Yes. This should be brought. This becomes very important during the Sanji fight, so it's worth bringing up now.
Yeah. He slams his feet into the ground.
Yep.
He spins up a million times.
Because, he wanted to stabilize himself. Makes sense.
Yep. And then he punches someone or whatever with the torque of unwinding.
Yes.
But then he can't get his feet out.
I think he
probably.
I think it was Arlong. I think he did. He came in and he was like, "I'm gonna beat the crap out of you."
But then he can't get his feet out of the concrete he smashed him in.
Because he's stupid. It's comedy, man.
And then
Arlong smile.
No, and then Arlong takes the piece of cement around his feet and throws it into the water.
So. Legit, I don't want to dive back into our whole argument, but is it not more interesting when Luffy does stupid shit? If Luffy just ran in, beat the crap out of Arlong, and it was like an episode of him fighting Arlong and then it ended, I feel like that would be less of a payoff. I personally liked that there was this, like, yes, it happened because Luffy did something stupid, but like, There was this whole, like, new piece of tension that allowed you to see the others fight and have their moment, based around, like, Luffy getting thrown into the water because he had this fucking rock stuck to his feet.
I would prefer obstacles like this to arise from the adversary that they're facing, as opposed to them just being dumb and placing it upon themselves.
I like it because it's kind of like Luffy is happening to the plot and not the other way around. Like, that happened because Luffy did something stupid, and therefore it caused him to almost die from it. I mean, it wasn't that stupid. It reminds me a lot of my character in D&D. There's logic behind it. He planted his feet so he could twist up and get a super punch off. He was probably hoping that would be enough to take Arlong down, but it simply wasn't. And then it just kind of screwed him in the butt. Just a little bit.
What I think was the most stupid part of it is he had the strength to get it in there, get his feet in there. He had the strength to mess up Arlong.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he have just punched his feet out? Like,
probably.
just cracked it again?
But then this whole plot point wouldn't matter. And this plot point's kind of a big one.
It is a big one. I just wish that it came from the strength and prowess of the people that they're facing, as opposed to Luffy putting all this extra stress and, like, stress on himself and his teammates, who now not only have to face fishmen as their human selves, but also they have to figure out how to get Luffy out of the water because he did that to himself. It's just like, imagine you're trying to do a job and you have a coworker who just keeps messing up the job every single time. Wouldn't you rather just have a job that's difficult as opposed to a coworker who makes a job difficult?
Yeah, but I think from a story perspective, it's more entertaining to have the coworker that makes the job difficult.
I guess.
In real life, I totally agree with you, but Luffy, I don't know Luffy in real life. He's not over here punching holes in my wall and doing stupid shit. And so I think it adds to the story perspective of it. But I digress.
Moving on. Back to this cool stuff you got going.
The point is, Luffy gets thrown into the water, and since he's the Devil Fruit user, it renders him
unable
useless.
to do anything about it.
And he has a rock strapped to his feet now, so he sinks to the bottom immediately and starts drowning.
So Sanji's idea is to dive down and see if he can help him out somehow. He doesn't yet know that. The thing is, I'm pretty sure his name's Gonzo, the pinwheel guy, and
yes, I think his name is Gonzo.
And Nojiko. Nojiko are down there already trying to save Luffy, and their solution was to stretch his head up above the water so he can breathe, while the other goes down and does CPR shit to get any water out of his lungs.
Essentially, yes, exactly. They're both like, we're going to go down there, we're going to help him, while Sanji and Zoro are fighting the fishmen and stopping them from jumping into the water and killing them. Yep.
So Sanji jumps in the water and almost gets killed by Kurobee.
Yes, Kurobee.
Yeah. And so thus ensues an underwater fight between Sanji and Kurobee, where Kurobee is kicking the ever-loving shit out of Sanji.
Because he's a fish.
Because he's a fish and Sanji's not.
Yes.
So Sanji comes up with the idea to blow air right into the gills of Kurobee.
I loved this.
That was cool.
I really liked this fight. For that, I don't remember it being so cool. Honestly, because it's been so long since I've watched it. I remember, Sanji jumping into the water. I remember them jumping into the water together because he goes to save Luffy and break the rock and stuff. I remember him winning in the water against the Fishman, which I think is stupid and unreasonable because they're fishmen. There's no way Sanji would actually win that fight. So when that wasn't the case, when Sanji just got the crap beat out of him, essentially, and then he was running out of air and his only option was to swim back up, and then that became a whole thing because the fishmen tried to stop him, and then he used his last bit of air to blow into his gills to, make him drown. I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
I thought that was an interesting choice.
The beats of this fight were really cool. But what annoyed me was karate or fishman karate punch, fishman karate water kick, fishman karate punch again.
I'm really excited for you. I know that it's still gonna be bad, but I'm just excited for you to get into the blind stuff, because I really think you having to watch these twice is wearing on you more than anything. I think you had these complaints the second time, or the first time, and now that you have to watch it again, they're getting elevated even higher, and it's making you even more angry about all this shit.
You might be onto something.
But yeah, he was super into Fishman Karate. But they eventually get back up on land, and Sanji's like, get up, because Nojiko and the pinwheel dude came up with a cunning plan to stretch Luffy's neck as far as he could go so that it was above the water, so that they could start doing CPR and getting the water out. Which, from a physics standpoint, I don't think would work, because that's a long tube for the water to be going up in. But I guess technically it's his throat, so maybe it works in some weird way.
Who knows?
It was a cool beat. It was a cool concept, but it was also stupid at the same time. But yeah, so Luffy's just underwater, but his head's above water now, because they stretched him all out.
So Sanji blows air into the fishman. They get back above water, and now it's just stalling for time because now Sanji knows Luffy's gonna be okay. They just need to get him out of there.
Yeah,
I need to get back down in there to break the rock.
Yep.
So, so he then requests Zoro hey, buy me time. And Zoro's like, I got 30 seconds. That's all I can give you.
Yeah, exactly. Because Arlong's coming.
Yeah.
Arlong wants a piece of this. He says, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you all, I believe, is what he says.
And somewhere in there, Chu is like, well, I'm gonna kill you then. And then right at the last moment before Chew does his thing, in comes Usopp with I think it was an egg this time. And
It was a
shoots an
rubber
egg.
band in the manga.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, well, and I wasn't Chew. It was the octopus guy. And at least in the manga, it was Hachi.
What triggers Chew to chase after Usopp?
Usopp runs away immediately, like right at the very beginning. They get to Arlong
Oh.
Park, and Usopp sprints out the door
doesn't
immediately
happen.
and leaves everybody.
No, there's like this clutch moment where Usopp saves them at the last minute from being skewered.
He comes back and does that in the manga because he has the fight with Chew separately.
Right, and
He runs away and
I thought
Chew
this was the
chases him.
moment like he slingshots them and then Chew chases after him while Usopp runs away, and then they have their fight.
In the manga, it wasn't. I don't know if it was in the anime or not, but he might have done something earlier and then ran away. But he runs away, and while Sanji and all this is going on, it's implied that Usopp and Chew are having their fight over there as well, which I think is as good a time as any for us to start the Usopp versus Chew.